Alright, so I'm taking summer school this year, and my subject that I'm taking is government. Now, I actually did take summer school last year. I actually took financial literacy, and the teacher I had was pretty nice. He was pretty nerdy and everything, but he wasn't a dickhead. But this teacher, she's a dickhead. Now, let me start you guys off. So summer school is taken Monday through Thursday, so it's 4 days out of the week, right? And you only have to take it for 12 days. But goddamn, does this fucking teacher, she finds out a way to make those fucking 12 days miserable. I'm still currently taking it. Next week is my last week, as of currently filming this on the 13th. Now, I'm a very silent kid. I don't get into any trouble, but what I do is get all my fucking work done. Now, usually what teachers do is if you are done with all your work and it's the end of the day and everything, then they usually let me and anyone else who gets all their work done early be on their phone and, you know, have free time and everything. But no, this teacher, she's something else. She'll find something for you to do to be anything but on your phone. And she's not even like an old teacher, like, you know, the ones who are against phones. She is like young. She is like in her 20s at least. Early 20s. And not to mention, this woman, I feel like, has a vendetta against me. So let me get you guys the rundown. So on the first day, she's teaching the class and everything, and I pull out my phone because honestly, the lecture she's giving is pretty fucking boring. So I'm on my phone and I can usually multitask, listen while being on my phone, right? She looks at me and she tells me to get off my phone, and I look around, the whole class is on their phone, not just me. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Literally, the whole class is on their phone, and she singles out me out of like, I don't know, 30 kids. What kind of fucking one-sided bullshit is this? But it doesn't end there. So we're doing an assignment and everything, and I was getting confused on it, and I go up to her, and mind you, she usually is pretty friendly to all the other students, but when I go up to her, she seems like she fucking hates me or something and hates my guts. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? Like, she can be all joys and smiles to the people who don't do shit in her class, but when I go fucking up to her, who gets all the assignments done and everything, she just like, hello? So I go up to her, ask her about the question, and she's like, oh, I can't tell you how to do that. I'm like, you're a fucking teacher. So I go back and I figure it out and everything. It turns out it wasn't that hard. Then the next day comes, and mind you, this is still the first week. I get the assignment back. It was a big project and everything, and the amount of corrections this woman puts on your paper, good lord. I have never seen such a nitpicky teacher in my life. God forbid you make one grammar mistake and she will take off 5 fucking points for just that. But here's the best part, okay? So we had this assignment, right, where we had to write something about the founding fathers and about the amendments they made or whatever. Something along those lines. And what I chose was Thomas Jefferson. And one of the things we had to do was write an illustration of a Funko Pop. Now, I can't draw for shit. I have a lot of art friends online and everything, but me, I can't draw for shit. So my drawing was pretty ass, okay? I will say it was pretty ass. This was definitely an opinionated grade because there is no way you knock off points for a person's drawing. And literally the note she wrote was that I wish it looked a little bit more like Thomas Jefferson. I'm sorry, I'm not a fucking artist, okay? How are you deducting points for someone who can't fucking draw well? God forbid a man still draws fucking stick figures. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I guess I'm getting a point knocked off because I can't fucking draw. And then we did another assignment where we had to write a 28th amendment. This woman wanted me to add so much fucking detail that I'm pretty sure if I sent that shit to Congress, they would have accepted that fucking 28th amendment. Now I get it. It's only a 12-day class and they're trying to fit a 2-semester class only down to 12 days. But good fucking lord, I make one mistake. If you make one mistake in that damn class, you are done for because you are gonna get knocked down at least 5 points for just making one grammar mistake because you didn't add a parenthesis. I know it seemed like I'm pretty mad, but at the same time, I really don't care. My mom has said if you get a C, I'm totally fine with it. I usually don't accept C's personally. To be honest, anything that's a C is honestly below a failure. I only accept A's and B's. When I see a C, I start panicking, but honestly, I don't give a shit about it in this class. The teacher and the class can suck my dick. We're students, not congressmen. I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm overreacting, and to be honest, I kind of am, but it's a whole bunch of other things, dude. It's the favoritism on top of that. But after the second week, it started to die down, and she started making like a whole bunch of comments, and then she probably did realize that it wasn't that the class wasn't that big of a deal, and she stopped adding like fucking 5,000 grammatical corrections to my essays. Anyway, guys, see you guys later. Bye.